Let's rock and roll.
All right. It is officially October, the greatest month of the year. We are back with episode 8 with the Sports Now podcast. I have my lovely associates with me again.
Is it the
Yeah,
greatest month of the year?
it has to be, baby. It October is the month of just pure joy for me. I feel like the Halloween spirit just comes inside of me. Pause. Just kidding. It really it
Pause.
really pause. It just fills me with joy. October's always so fun. Always so many great memories. And my beautiful friend group has dubbed this month the month of Matthew. So our
That's
beautiful
right.
our beautiful Matthew is this month. He's the theme. So, it's just gonna be a great month. Gonna be a great podcast episode as well.
Absolutely.
These next 3 months are goated months.
I agree.
I could
Holiday
not agree
season.
more.
Shout out April.
We made it, boys.
Shout out to April.
Is your birthday in April, Hunter?
Oh, it's in December.
Oh,
Yeah, December's pretty cool, but shout out April.
Okay. I like
okay.
the shout out. I like the shout out April.
Yeah.
Sure.
April's not bad.
Spring training baseball. Uh,
The NFL draft.
April is
Oh, okay.
probably one of the better months.
April, you're cooking with if we're talking the draft. But let's get into it. Let's get into the Thursday night football game. Because I
That's
don't
right.
think
Cowboys, Giants.
Yes.
Um,
I mean,
neighbors
what to
got
say?
it. Neighbors got injured.
He did, but Neighbors looked fantastic all game.
Yeah, neighbors looks great. It per usual.
So I don't know how severe the concussion is. He said like immediately after the game on his Instagram story that he was all good, but I've heard no update since then. Also, Devin Singletary is one of my locks last week, so we'll just forget about that.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's
It's
right.
tough because I was
Because
high on him too.
You're
because
he's gonna run over the Cowboys.
yeah, because the Cowboys just have like a horrendous rush defense, and the Giants were like, you know what? We're not going to take advantage of that.
Well, it's the Giants.
So, yeah, I mean, shout out neighbors, but he's hurt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, Wan'Dale Robinson has been quietly pretty damn good all year, consistently.
He
I
has
did
been.
I did flex
Nice,
him
nice,
last week because I had to.
nice little waiver ad this week. I gotta say.
He is a good waiver ad, but I already have him. I
Great
I'd,
job, Matthew.
I'd imagine a lot of leagues already own him, but if your league doesn't, definitely get him.
I gotta say from now on, I'm pretty much locking in Zeke's under every week.
Yeah, I mean, he is just washed with a capital W. He's just
Zeke is really
he's
rough.
Oh,
so
wait,
terrible.
boys, we want to talk about capital W's?
Shout out the foot. Yeah, that is awesome. You cannot lose with your outfit right now.
We have so many
No,
teams here.
they may have destroyed us, but go Jaden Daniels.
We
ASU.
got-
Dude, Jaden Daniels is awesome. We'll get into that because that game was
Arizona
awesome.
legend, right? So I'm
Yeah.
repping both. My boy hooked me up with some merch from the team, and now I don't feel as bad.
We got Cardinals, Commanders, Vikings.
But that game is next. That game is next. We'll get there.
Saints here.
Well, we'll get there. Dak looked pretty good. Only missing 5 passes is nice, but he's also playing against the Giants. So,
Jake
um,
Ferguson seems to be of the bunch of tight ends, the small bunch of tight ends that are actually relevant. So
I agree.
if you have him, hold on to him. Just hold the line because that's why I recommend tight ends every week because they all suck.
Yeah, it's not going to get better than him, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a game.
But yeah, the Commanders and Cardinals game. I mean, Jaden Daniels is so fun to watch.
Yeah.
Both running backs with 100 on the ground. I believe I said Brian Robinson was going to have a game, and he did.
Yeah, he was cooking.
And he
Nothing
did.
new. Nothing new.
He had the game that I thought Devin Singletary was going to have, but nope.
Yeah, I mean, both defenses didn't. I mean, the Commanders' defense looked better than Arizona's because Arizona's defense is.
No way they did.
It just looked terrible, man. I mean, Tyler looked okay. I feel like we were just struggling through the air, though.
It was cool to see Marv
Mhm.
get another touchdown, third game in a row, but obviously after that, it was just ghost town. So I'm curious to see if Petzing involves him more. Also, if it wasn't going to be just offensive rookie of the year, Jaden Daniels should be an MVP conversation. I'm just saying. Obviously, Sam Darnold exists now, but
Real.
but oh, also I wanted to bring up Terry McLaurin. Extremely quiet first 2 weeks, but do you guys think Terry's actually relevant now?
Absolutely, 100%. He is. I think he's finally getting the chemistry.
You're already on him after 1 week.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh,
Dude,
2 weeks.
He was cooking week 3, so
Okay.
he did well this week. It was good. I started him over Swift, which I mean, Swift went crazy, but we'll get to that. But still won.
So has Jaden officially realized what he has? Like, can we start to rely on Terry from now on?
I believe so. I believe that is his
Uh,
number one receiver.
I would start him until you can't for some reason, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fine flex. I mean, it could be because it was the Arizona Cardinals, but they did score quite a few touchdowns on the ground. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so if that continues, I'd be a little hesitant about a high ceiling, but having McLaurin, you invested the draft pick in him, and unless you have a significantly better option, I'd take the risk on McLaurin because he's the obvious one on that
True.
team.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I mean, Jaden Daniels' completion percentage is so good. He doesn't throw incompletions. Like the interception he threw was a crazy defensive play. I forget the Cardinal that intercepted him though. I forget who picked that. But nonetheless, I mean, he
Garrett
missed
Williams.
another GW to represent, baby. You'll love that. So, I mean, he only missed 2 passes last week, and then this week he missed 4. So his completion percentage is freaking insane.
yeah, I don't love having 0 sacks on him, but the Cardinals defense things.
Yeah, he's also hard to touch because he's just so fast.
So nimble.
James, no, John, no. James Conner is a beast.
Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Just had to throw that in there.
Nothing new.
Yeah, nothing new
Yeah.
though. Star James Conner.
Yeah, real.
This game was fun, especially because I like watching the Saints lose.
You like watching the Saints lose, G?
No.
With this game, I knew the game was over the moment I saw a PI call on the last drive. I knew no matter what the Saints did, that was game over. Their kicker was going to hit the field goal. I just knew. I knew when we scored with only a minute left, I knew it was also a game because Kirk is clutch like that these days. So, frustrating game for sure. Carr didn't look great. Alvin did, which was nice because I knew he was injured. Yeah, not fun. Not fun for a Saints fan.
Yeah. Falcons scored 26 points and had 0 offensive touchdowns. So
That's crazy, actually.
It's just horrendous.
26.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't even realize that. I didn't know that stat. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Dude,
That's
okay,
literally
really-
so-
snuck down Bijan Robinson
wow.
and
who's their
26
kicker?
points.
Koo or whatever?
Yeah, young
Um,
Mike.
He must have been crazy.
Boys, I gotta say, simply because
Okay.
what better options do we
Pretty
have?
good.
I gotta say, simply because what better options do we have? Hold the line on Kyle Pitts. Hold the line.
Kyle Pitts, yeah, with the goose egg.
We're not exactly in Mark Andrews panic territory, but it's getting steamy, all right?
That's a great adjective
Mark
for it. It
Andrews
is getting
is-
freaking steamy.
Mark Andrews is a complete panic territory.
Oh, panic. Just
I
go ball up in a corner and die.
I think Kyle Pitts is okay for now.
Yeah, I think right now it's so new that I just eventually you hope it'll change. I mean, Drake London having 12 targets, only catching half of them. We can not force the ball to him every single play.
Yeah.
But
Ray
yeah,
McLeod.
I imagine they're going to want to use their tight end, and it just didn't work out in this game. I mean, to be fair, it's not like the offense played great. They did what they needed to do to win the game, but it wasn't inspiring.
Yeah, this game wasn't a pretty watch.
Yeah.
But we have been imagining that Kyle Pitts would be used for years now.
Well,
Yeah.
the last couple of years are a wash.
Yeah, I guess so.
It doesn't count.
It just simply doesn't count.
Yeah.
What Arthur Smith
Doesn't
does to a
count.
man.
Yeah. That's true though.
You know what's actually really crazy to counter that point is Pat Freiermuth is having a decent year, a pretty decent year for fantasy.
Yeah, well, you got yelled at enough. Um, yeah, all I can do is hope because I have Kyle Pitts and I'm not going to pick somebody up because gross.
Real.
Because gross.
It's worth the
Real.
risk. And yeah, the Saints are
Yeah.
frauds.
Yeah. I've unfortunately knew that.
Bears,
Uh
Rams.
Shout out DeAndre Swift, man.
He appeared magically.
Yeah, well, it's against the Rams.
He looked
So
incredible.
do you trust DeAndre Swift going
Not
forward?
even in
No.
the slightest.
Yeah. No,
This
I knew the answer
honestly
to that.
could be a fluke game for what he's been pulling up the last 3 weeks. I mean, my lord.
Call me crazy, but I think this is actually incredibly good for Swift. They saw how well it worked out. I wouldn't be shocked if they continued to try to force him to get the ball. I mean, he had 7 receptions, which is just insane for DeAndre Swift.
He did catch them all, which is nice.
Yeah.
So they're going to want him to have the ball, I hope, in the future. But it's the Bears, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams is a fraud still.
John.
And it's just, Bears quarterbacks. It's just what they do.
Threw a touchdown to my boy DJ Moore. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, he did throw a little touchdown to DJ Moore.
That was a great pass. I saw that touchdown. That was a pretty ball.
Keenan Allen came back in this game. Didn't really do
yeah,
anything
today.
this game. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he kind of had the same day as DJ Moore, just didn't catch a touchdown.
Yeah, I started him in the league, but
I'm sorry.
You did?
Whoa.
I
think at
I
this point-
kind of had to, yeah.
I think at this point, Kyron is just an easy lock for an anytime touchdown. I would say.
Oh yeah, Kyron's definitely
What
locked.
what else do they have? Tutu Atwell? Like they're gonna find
Tutu Atwell.
they're gonna
Tutu.
find him, they're gonna find him a way to get into the end zone pretty much every week.
Mhm.
I do want to say, not that he had a banger game, but I've been saying his praises. Kobe Parkinson, that's a cool little 7 points for a waiver tight end, which in this tight end economy is hard to find. So
That's tight end economy.
shout out my boy Kobe Parkinson.
Sure, okay.
33
Yeah.
yards. Let's go.
Why not?
That's pretty much all I got.
You're desperate.
I think Roshan Johnson will definitely steal goal line carries from Swift. So that's
Does
what
appear
I'm
that
thinking.
way.
Shocker.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to bring something up because of
that?
previous years. Taysom Hill, the vulture he's always been. When I owned Kamara in a league, I think a year or two ago, it felt like
Oh my God,
it felt
dude.
like every week Hill would score a touchdown, and it just drove me up the wall. So
The
flex Taysom Hill if you have him. He's going to score every week.
The vulture.
Yeah, they love. Well, as you can see, they love running players. That's their favorite thing to do.
Dude, there's like 1 or 2 weeks where he played QB, but he was still under tight end eligibility.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that
Put him in your
was
tight
crazy.
end. It's insane.
Vikings and the Packers. So
Man,
Good
going
game.
into halftime, it looked like the Vikings were going to absolutely beat down the Packers. Starting the Vikings defense looked like an incredible decision. And then they let Jordan Love throw 4 touchdowns. So the Vikings need to figure that out.
Well, Jordan Love is the GOAT.
Yeah, he definitely, I mean, the first half he looked really bad.
yeah.
In the second half he looked incredible. So
Yeah.
all you can ask for second half Jordan Love.
I'm still not a big fan of Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I would not be happy to own this man.
Yeah.
I think I'm obligated to just keep mentioning that Jaden Reed is the number 1 in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Jaden Reed is fired.
I believe there's no questioning it now.
I know it's kind of unfair because Christian Watson got hurt, but
Yeah.
I mean, look at the stats. Nearly like every time that Love is on the field, Reed cooks. So I think he's the one personally. And
I agree.
What about Dontavian Wicks
Dontavian Wicks
or Tucker Kraft? They got
Tucker Kraft. It might be my tight end out of the week. Gotta say,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kraft.
sure.
He could be a good ad.
I think he's officially, they're still splitting a little bit, but I think he's officially beat out Musgrave for the one spot at least.
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I think going back to Josh Jacobs, I actually would not be upset with his performance only because of when he got the ball, he did well with it. It doesn't help they were down by 2.5, 3 touchdowns. It's like so quick, and then they never
For sure.
obviously changed that. So you can see how little they carried the ball. Um, so yeah, I mean, yeah, they didn't shut Jacobs down. They just shut down the Packers offense in the first half, and that was that.
But Darnold's still looking great. I mean,
I think I have to own up to my slander. You know,
yeah.
I was like 3 weeks and wait and find out, and we found out,
Yeah.
and
Four weeks.
he might be crossing into very relevant territory. They're 4-0. I think he's
It's hard to ignore a 4-0 guy.
pretty, late career resurgence, maybe like Geno Smith.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because the Vikings offense is so I feel like it's so dynamic. I mean, adding Aaron Jones really does help. I mean,
The,
93
the,
yards is always nice.
the fact that a 50-year-old running back is producing is just a
Yeah.
testament to Kevin O'Connell. So
Justin Jefferson is still one of my favorite players in the NFL, and I love having him in a fantasy league because he is awesome.
never heard of him.
Yeah, who is that guy?
Use that guy.
Colts
Oh
and the
man,
Steelers.
boy, do I have a hate letter writing to Anthony Richardson. My lord, what a loser! My
He
God,
got hurt.
in the sense that, like, oh my God,
What
why
a
did I?
dumb, how dumb of him to get hurt.
I mean, I didn't watch the play necessarily, but I know Tony did, and he said like it was the way he like slid, like it was the way he like was running that he like literally injured himself. Like he was not being smart. So that's why I'm annoyed because it could have been preventable. But then again, I knew what was going to happen the moment Flacco came in. I knew a masterpiece was about to be cooked because Joe Flacco is still him.
Justin Fields is him.
Joe Flacco.
That is true. Justin, you cannot bench Justin
I
Fields.
think if you own a Steelers running back, you're just gonna leave him on your bench unless Russell Wilson starts.
Pretty much that's what I'm doing with Warren. Warren has been
I
kind
mean,
of dreadful.
Yeah, Harris won't do it
Najee,
now.
yeah, Najee looked terrible.
I mean, Najee's definitely the better one here, but
29 yards carries.
he's still
No.
not great.
But we do need to bring up if Richard, I don't know if Richardson's going to play this week, but Michael Pittman over 100 yards right off the bat is
Yeah.
huge.
Finally. Oh my gosh, finally.
Well,
Yeah.
It's Joe Flacco season. If
I'm
Flacco's
not-
playing, Pittman's good. If it's not, Pittman's benched again.
What do you think
Yeah,
of,
it's the same with Cooper last year.
I mean, Josh Downs got eight receptions too.
Yeah.
He's also a sneaky ad. If he's not already rostered, I think you can go get Josh Downs.
George
I
Pickens?
do want to bring up something to monitor is Jonathan Taylor near the end of the game got a mild
Yes.
high ankle sprain. So I'm always preaching the choir about getting your handcuffs. So if you don't got your handcuff, you might as well go get Trey Sermon this week
Yeah.
if you don't already have.
I think he's owned in my league, unfortunately.
Just it's more of a precautionary move. I'm not saying that Trey Sermon's going to start, but hey, you never know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
George Pickens finally looks like a football player again.
Yeah, George Pickens and Justin Fields, great.
Let's go Pickens. Maybe I can flex him this week. Finally.
Maybe. Or he'll get you 2 catches for 26 yards.
Yeah, I was under desperation, had to start Cordell Patterson as my RB2.
Cordell.
He was the best Steelers runner that day, so in terms of average.
Yeah. Yeah,
Go
well.
him.
Yeah, well.
Oh no.
Oh man.
So this game I actually watched.
I'm sorry.
Why?
Let me tell you. Okay, well, Aaron Rodgers' completion percentage is embarrassing. So is Bo Nix. So just not good. They couldn't run it. They couldn't throw it. Garrett Wilson was just locked down. I expected him to be locked down though. Granted, he had more yards than I think anyone else did against Surtain, so maybe he's better than DK Metcalf and Mike Evans. No, I'm just kidding. But
Musty Mike.
just
Musty
yeah,
Mike.
Musty Mike.
not good. I mean, the Jets had the win and they missed the field goal, so that's a yikes moment.
I mean, I think it's important to note the weather.
Yeah, it was a little rainy, a little
So
rainy.
you're playing Surtain and the ball's wet.
Yeah.
I'm not worrying about Garrett Wilson. Also Tyler Bidet got Shaziered, so that sucked.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, is that what happened to him?
Yeah.
I didn't see the injury. I just saw him on the sideline.
It wasn't as straightforward as Shazier. He kind of like just got tackled and he got hit on the back. And I think he fumbled and he was like, it kind of looked like he was like moving, going for the ball, like almost like he was all right. But then he got to the sideline and then that's when everything happened. So he was kind of a cool little waiver ad last week, but obviously he's,
Mhm.
Yeah, he's done so for this season for
it's a
sure.
big nothing burger now. I don't know if he's done for the season, but
Yeah, I will say Brees Hall, really good.
Yeah, 10. Oh man.
dude, I played him in my main league and
First bad game.
so great. So great.
Yeah, I feel like if it was a rainy day, they would just feed the rock, and it looks like they tried to. I don't know what went wrong. It just every play just gained nothing, and then they punted it 100 times and kicked a few field goals, and everyone went home. Like this is like the Cardinals and Seahawks game that tied 6-6. I mean,
Oh God, I remember that game.
I was
Aaron,
there.
Aaron Rodgers having 6 times the rushing yards of Brees Hall was not on my bingo sheet.
Yeah, not at all. Oh, that's not what I
Yeah.
would have placed.
What's interesting is that Braylon Allen still seems to be very involved in this offense every week.
Yeah, I think he still will be. I mean, I think Hall will be the obvious one, but Braylon Allen, I mean, if anything were to happen to Hall, knock on wood, Braylon Allen is obviously talented, so I would argue he's the best handcuff you can own.
Definitely get
Uh,
him if you don't have him for some reason.
yeah, I would say Braylon Allen's pretty fire. I mean, you took Hunter's advice and picked him up mid podcast, so
Yeah.
that should
That's right.
say
you go.
something.
And I'm still saying you got to get him. If you have
Yeah,
him.
if he's not added in your league's fraudulent, but if he's
Yeah, exactly.
pick him up.
Let's see how many. I'm gonna see how many league or what percent of leagues he's owned in.
Should be over 70. Should be.
I will
Seven.
know. This is just my personal concern. If Devonta Adams goes to the Jets, I will freak out
I hope that
because
happens
Garrett
because
Wilson will just become
I need
a
him.
nobody.
I need Adams on a new team.
You don't want him on the Jets if you were an Adams fan.
Honestly, the best case scenario is
What
the
do I want him
Bills.
on? What do
Oh,
I
you
want?
want him to go to the Chiefs somehow. Because if the Raiders are smart, they aren't going to care that they're a division
Okay.
rival. They're going to want to get as much compensation as they
Look, the
can.
Jets isn't my top team, but it's better
If he
than
goes to the
Raiders.
Chiefs, you can drop to your knees and cry because it'd be the greatest day of your life.
Okay, Braylon Allen is owned in 45.4% of leagues.
That's crazy.
That's
Most
a
leagues
lot.
do not own him, so get him.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, you need to. He's a great handcuff.
And before last week, yeah, it looks like he was added 17.4% more added him this last week.
Should be at least
Mhm.
30.
Yeah, Bo Nix
Oh.
passed for 60 yards the entire game,
On
Yeah,
ESPN
Bo Nix
Res.
is horrendous.
and they won. So here we are.
Yeah, great game.
Oh,
Totally.
yeah, very thrilling.
Ooh.
Bucks, Eagles. Baker Mayfield is a him.
Yeah,
If,
it's
I knew
still
that.
did we who picked the Eagles last week? I
Mm,
think we may have
maybe
all
me.
picked-
I picked
United?
I picked the Eagles, I believe. Yeah.
I mean, get dunked on. I mean,
It was
I
me.
mean,
I
just-
picked the Eagles.
just get schooled. I know John was picking the Bucks with me, and
Mayfield was incredible.
I mean, Mayfield owns the Eagles at this point. So, Jalen Hurts didn't have a lot of people to throw to, as you can tell. It was mainly just Dallas Goedert, and then shout out Saquon for getting like almost a 60-yard run to like save his fantasy day
Yeah, literally.
because oh man, he was in the gutter the entire game.
Well, yeah, a lot of the Philadelphia receiving is injured, so
Rashad
not really a lot for him to
Rashad
throw to.
Whitehead continues to age like fine wine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dallas Goedert,
Yeah.
Dallas Goedert sneakily tight end one on the season right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Definitely be super panicky if I owned White.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I never got him. He smelled like Musty Mike over there, bro.
Well, if you got him for some reason.
Musty might get a touchdown with 94 yards, baby.
Yeah, I imagine Irving will start to out carry White with the current trend.
Mhm.
At worst, it'll be a split. Obviously, this is, by the way, gorgeous. I mean, same carry, same yards, same average, just lovely. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
thought
like
about
the
having.
Titans backfield to me. I don't want to own any of it.
Yeah,
Hey, we'll get into what I feel about the Titans backfield, but
And then Pollard.
yeah, I'm about to sing Pollard's praise here in a little bit.
Bengals finally got a win.
Yeah, I mean,
Woo!
Joe Burrow looked great. Chase looked great.
They won against the
Go beat the
Panthers.
Bengals.
Wow.
Hey,
It's a
every
win
win's a
though.
win.
Now, this Chase Brown situation with the running backs with the Bengals, I thought it was going to be all Zach Moss, then all of a sudden Chase Brown gets like 2 touchdowns.
Chase Brown.
So
I think it'll continue to be Moss. I think Brown just had a hotter hand, so they just gave it to him more often. I mean, neither of those running backs are going to be incredible starts, but they're going to get you enough points to make them not bad starts. Um,
I don't know if Mike Gesicki was trying to catch the ball blind, but somehow got -9 yards on his catch. Don't know what you were doing there.
This is kind of a dynasty take, and I know I already did my obligatory tight end ad, but Eric All Jr. It's really is more of a dynasty move, but he's getting 4 catches a game, which at tight end, I love it. I love to see it.
That's the bar so low, dude.
Xavier Legette with his first career touchdown. Also, Deontay Johnson looking great as usual.
Yeah, he's not smelly. My
All
opinion
the
has
doubters,
changed.
all the doubters, all the haters. If you got Chuba Hubbard, I would probably start shopping him a little bit. You know, got 100 yards, got a touchdown. He's looking
Yeah,
nice.
but Brooks is coming back.
He's not coming back yet. He's not designated to return, but
Oh,
it's looming. It's looming. So sell while you can while people need running backs. That's probably
It's
my
good.
take. Sell high on Chuba.
mhm.
And if I approach any of you guys with a Chuba trade, just accept it and just forget about Jonathan Brooks.
yeah,
Of course.
real. But yeah, go Bengals. Finally got a dub.
Yeah, I mean, I I still think that the Bengals are going to continue to struggle if they don't get that defense figured out.
Oh yeah.
Because the Bengals did still need to fight for their lives for this. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm not a coordinator, but they got to figure that out because
I've
it's
never
coming.
claimed to be a coordinator.
This is going to be the easiest game for them in the next few weeks, and yeah, they got to stop them
John, you got to be a coordinator one day.
somehow. Yeah, apparently anyone can be a coordinator.
Nowadays.
Jaguars, only
Uh,
0-4 team in the league.
It was
Dude.
not fun playing against Nico Collins this week.
Nico Collins is him, baby.
Yeah.
Nico Collins is the man. I mean, I really thought it was going to be. I think Tank Dell was out this game, but Nico Collins and CJ Stroud is an amazing stack to have, and I have them in a
Dell
league,
was out. I have the Stroud Diggs stack.
which is still a good stack, but
Not
Nico
as good.
Collins is him, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you own Diggs, I would give him to your best friend for really, really cheap because he's not really good.
Seems John was trying to get Diggs for me this
Last
past
week,
week.
yeah,
Last
until I
week.
realized that Kenneth Walker III is the greatest running back in the NFL, but
Woo!
for another time.
Yeah, John, would you have been upset if you gave me Kenneth Walker?
Yeah, I would have flipped the table. But yeah, the Jaguars, the owner prior to the season said that this was the best Jaguars roster they've ever had.
Yet they are 0-4.
So to be fair, I think on paper the Jaguars have a pretty decent roster. No offense to Doug Peterson, but I don't think
have fun in
I
Cancun
don't think
soon.
there's a way out of this without either an early
Cancun.
fire or just sitting in it. Um, I just haven't seen anything out of this team that makes me think they're going to win a game. I mean, they're going to fall backwards into a win or two, but
But
Yeah.
Christian Kirk and Brian Thomas Jr. have back-to-back weeks, caught a touchdown, stay producing, even through all the grossness the Jaguars have been doing on offense.
yeah, Kirk the first 2 weeks was unstartable.
Disgusting.
He
Yeah.
got less than 1 point the week I started him, and then he was a player after that.
Yeah, for the people that are
Um,
still struggling and are starting Trevor Lawrence, he had actually kind of a decent day. Fantasy, not a CJ Stroud day, but
Hmm.
he had a rosterable game, so that was kind of cool. I'm trying to find something positive about the Jags right now.
I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. is awesome. He
Yeah.
is awesome.
I
Like
Yeah.
he
would,
has been doing great this season.
if you don't own Tank Bigsby and you have a spot, keep
Pick him
it.
up.
Yeah, I think because he gets the ball every week and he does well with it. It's probably a better dynasty ad than it is a redraft ad, but I think
yeah.
he's very
Well, what do you
talented.
guys think about ETN?
I've always loved him. I have a soft spot for him just because the year coming out, I really wanted the Cardinals to draft him, and he's been decent. He hasn't been a bad
Yeah.
running back his entire career.
Yeah.
It does suck to see it turn kind of into a split, but I still think he's the guy.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree as well.
I
Um,
I
agree.
concur.
I
Yeah,
concur. I
shout
bet
out
The
Diego
Texans
Collins.
are hoping and praying Joe Mixon comes back sooner rather than later.
I need Mixon back this week. Yeah.
Not that Akers had a horrible game, but he just didn't. I mean, week one Mixon, just crazy. It's just
Mhm.
another
Yeah.
way of
Absolutely.
their offense.
Go Jags.
Go Jags.
This game, and it kind of occurred the way I thought it would.
I mean, yep. I think
Jordan
we all
Mason
chose 49ers
is
to win.
incredible. Anyone who picked up Jordan Mason or already had him is the luckiest person I've ever seen.
Still can't get over that Hunter traded CMC and he didn't even have to give up Mason. Still cannot get over that. I don't think I ever
After
will.
after week one, I saw the writing on the wall, and I was like, you know what? I got to dump CMC. But people never pay attention to handcuffs, obviously. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna quietly keep him. And banger fucking
Yeah,
choice.
so
Yeah,
you pretty much just got CMC again. So
yeah, congratulations on keeping a very high-end RB2 for the entire year because now McCaffrey has that problem in both legs now, and that's really bad.
And
Mhm.
Rose in Germany.
yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
so
Well, yeah, and
I
no
don't.
one's threatening the job. I mean, Isaac Guerrero had one carry, so
Yeah, it's Mason. Mason's
it's
the back. I
Mason
like it. It's
until
Mason.
something happens.
Mason still not owned in 4% of leagues.
I don't agree with that. I think he should be rostered in pretty much every league because he's getting the same workload McCaffrey did. So
I mean, that's pretty much every league, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the ones that
it
are
pretty much
active.
is. The other ones probably aren't active or have different rules or whatever.
Hey, I will say, yeah, the most notable thing for me is Brandon Ayuk. Um,
yeah, he still smells
he's just
bad.
not getting
Yeah,
used. I don't like what I see in the media either.
another guy I'd panic on
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't love what I see in the media. I mean, about Ayuk and the coach. I mean, I'm sure it didn't become a huge issue, but it sucks when players argue with their coaches and suck on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't back anything up. You're just horrible.
Yeah, I would honestly would not be shocked if Ayuk were to get traded before the deadline.
I would.
Um,
I would. He signed that huge deal. That's going to be a cap hell if they got rid of him.
yeah,
I think it's kind of overblown, but that's just my take. I would probably go out and buy Ayuk,
Think so? Really?
play off all these things that John is talking about. He's still the top paid wide receiver on the team. He's going to get his looks, especially when Debo comes back and takes away defenders. Ayuk is due. He's due. I never viewed him as a wide receiver one. I viewed him as like a high end wide receiver two, and I still think he's completely capable of that. So
mhm.
personally, for me, if I'm hurting at wide receiver, I probably would go buy Ayuk because I could probably get him for really cheap.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, he is like buy low guy for
The
sure.
Patriots, really nothing inspiring.
I mean, yeah, they just
Antonio Gibson being the leading receiver is awesome.
Yeah,
Can't really own anyone on here really. Make us
Yeah.
Stevenson maybe, but
yeah,
that's it.
is really good. No, yeah, this is just going to be that year. They're probably going to have the first, second, maybe third pick in the draft.
The Patriots badly need to draft offensive line.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
nothing else to add.
Yep. Thank you, John.
I actually did want to add something.
Uh-oh.
About are you concerned about Juwan Jennings Hunter in terms of Brandon Ayuk's
Am I
value?
concerned in terms of Brandon Ayuk's value? No.
No.
I mean, once Debo's back, Juwan's back to his role.
Okay.
I mean, they're paying Debo way too much, and he's a part of the playbook way too much for Juwan Jennings to really be that much of a concern. So, it looks like Debo's already back. Yeah, no, I'm not
Debo
really.
did come back this week,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah.
I'm still he's still the 3 on the team. It's not really a huge issue to me.
Okay.
What a game.
Deshaun Watson sucks a whole bag of just poop.
I dropped him like week
He is
2
miserable,
because
man.
he's miserable.
In his defense, they called back an 80-yard touchdown. So the stat sheet would look a lot different for him if that happened.
Okay.
So I just want to say that I think he is a serviceable spot start. I'm not like excited to do it, but if you are down bad,
Yeah, I guess the
Down
part that I
bad.
don't quite understand is, well, maybe I don't know because I'm a fan, but I was a lot more impressed with how O'Connell played than I was Minshew, and this is Minshew's another week of playing just extremely mid. I wish they'd split the ball more with their quarterbacks. I'm not saying you have to start one and just leave the other to sit there and rot on the bench, but you got to get something going. Not an inspiring win. Their running is not great. Zamir White isn't a great runner.
Yeah, 2.9 is not amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, every time I see O'Connell play, I just am more impressed with the stats from him than I am Minshew.
Yeah. I would say go out and get Trey Tucker. You haven't gotten him yet.
that's my huge ad this week. Especially this, I liked him even before the Devontae news,
Mhm.
but if Devontae
Mhm.
gets traded, that he's gonna be elevated.
Yeah.
All season they were talking about Trey Tucker. Antonio Pierce loved him in training camp. So the fact that now there's drama with Devontae,
Yeah,
trade,
yeah, you love Trey Tucker.
I
Yeah,
love Trey
true.
Tucker. I love
Yeah.
him. I love him.
I like
Go.
Myers.
Great.
You like I mean, yeah,
I'm a
Myers.
Myers
I
Myers
mean,
fan.
I
Myers
like Myers too.
still there, yeah.
Yeah,
Myers
but
stan,
But he's probably owned in all the leagues, so
as he should.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
not a whole lot
he
to
should
say.
be owned in probably most leagues. I mean,
Wyatt Brockbauer's game is awesome for me,
yeah,
but
Yeah,
not for owners.
not for me, not for me as an owner.
yeah. I'd like to see the Raiders get more creative with their quarterback play because I think
Oh,
they have more than one guy who's good.
we're gonna look at the next week's slate soon, but
Mhm.
is this the week that Njoku finally comes back? Because that might elevate Deshaun's game, you know?
Mhm.
He loves Njoku, so
Definitely gonna help.
interesting
oh
to monitor.
man, this game was so brutal to watch. If you ever see Rice, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
You,
that's a
Bro,
well,
kick.
I mean,
That's
it's
a
not confirmed ACL.
and
Like,
I don't think it
still a
will
kick in the
be.
nuts.
dude, that is some like Pat Tillman level friendly fire.
Oh yeah,
eh, oh,
diving into your own
oh,
player's knees
Pat
is
Mahomes just
pretty
fuck
crazy.
his knee,
dude, and that was like I was talking to some coworkers today. I was like, why? Like that was not necessary. He was not in a position to make the tackle in the sense like you're diving your entire shoulder, you're throwing shoulder into your lifeblood of your offense's knee is wild, crazy. I was stunned.
I don't want to give anyone false hope, but if you're a Rice owner, that's all you can do. I highly, highly, highly doubt it's a torn ACL because they would have known already. Um, it's literally almost the end of day Tuesday, and they haven't announced it, which tells me that
Yeah,
it's a sprain or something else. Um, I truly do not think he's out for the season because of how long it's taken for these news to come out. You can hold on to that as long as you can.
I know he's out for week 5, so everyone
Yeah,
already knew that.
He was
But
ruled
I
out
would not put a waiver pick in and that guy to be the one you drop until you get absolute confirmation he's torn ACL.
I would
I'm,
agree. Yeah,
I'm
don't drop
curious to
him
see.
yet.
I'm curious to see how that take ages. I think this really only elevates Travis Kelce. I think
Oh, for sure. You even
he can
saw it do
finally
better.
become relevant again without Rashee Rice having like 10 catches a game. Uh,
Yes.
and I know this is one of your favorite guys, but Lad McConkey.
Lad
Elon
McCon.
McConkey.
Go lad.
All my Chargers homies love Lad, and I love him coming out of the draft. He's that guy.
Lad's cool.
Yeah, I benched him this week. Should have started him.
J.K. Dobbins, a stinker. He came back down to earth.
Yeah, it's time to give the ball to Gus Edwards because I'm a Gus Edwards owner.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Hey, stay tuned.
Okay, that's fair.
But yeah, Chargers were up 10-0 and they lost, so embarrassing.
Kareem
Yeah.
Hunt legacy
Yeah,
game.
Kareem Hunt signed.
Yeah, good because Carson Steele was always mid. No offense, I love him. We gave him a chance. That
You know,
chance is over.
he's a UDFA, so you can really only expect.
That's true. He
You
made
know.
the roster. It's the hardest thing to do.
Kareem Hunt is the guy for this week, but now CEH is also going to be added into the mix, so it's just completely ugly, and I'm actually curious to see what it looks like once Pacheco gets back, what the split is, because now that Kareem Hunt is on the team,
hmm
I wonder how much he's going to eat into Pacheco's carries.
I imagine it's quite spread. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be,
He's definitely not going to get the workload coming off a broken, what was it, tibia?
yeah.
Believe it was the Fibia.
It was whichever one is less important.
I
Which is why
believe
he's
it
not
was
off
the
the team.
Fibia.
Thank you, Matthew.
Anyways,
I am a Pacheco owner, fortunately.
You would
That's
be.
that's all I got for this game.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is not a sexy fantasy QB.
Not at all.
And
No, at
Justin
all.
Herbert even less so. So
Both unsexy people.
If Rice is ACL's torn, you can come at me, but I'm pretty confident it's not. I'm a doctor.
Oh, shout out Dr. John.
John, I know you wanted to study sports medicine at some point.
I really
Oh.
did. Dude, they know it's a torn as soon as they do the MRI, so sorry.
sometimes
right.
they know it sooner, just by the test.
I
Yeah,
mean,
the ACL
this
test, yeah.
was
A beatdown.
a beatdown.
I knew the game was over the moment I saw Henry run for an 87-yard touchdown. I just knew it was over.
Henry
'Cause that's
is
crazy.
the real deal. I know some of us were a little lower on Henry
You
this
know,
year, but
if he really was the real deal, he would have gotten 200 yards, but I guess he's not.
Yeah, of course.
that's true.
Yeah, his all-purpose yards is over 200 because he has 10 receiving yards.
Oh, I was talking about rushing yards. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, he still has 200 yards.
So
Yeah, well.
yeah, I knew this game was over because the Bills have always been frauds. No, I'm just kidding. I think
Fraud.
Baltimore is awesome. Mark Andrews is not.
Mark
to be
Andrews.
fair-
Super panic.
Thanks.
Super
To be
panic.
fair to Mark Andrews, it's not like they used Likely either. He had one catch. So
Yeah.
it was just the way this game is. I mean, all you can do if you have Andrews is just wait.
Cry.
I wouldn't drop him because that would be silly.
Cry and wait.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Don't
It wasn't fun seeing James Cook get vultured at the goal line. Just Ty Johnson stealing.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sucked. That was
Stealing that
brutal.
walk-in touchdown, that was very, very sad.
He had one carry for a touchdown. That's
Yeah, no, that definitely sucked. And Khalil Shakir with another double-digit game.
Listen, yeah,
terms of
Shakir
fantasy?
him. I mean, if Adams gets traded to the Bills, I don't know how that would affect his stock because he is still just the slot guy.
Are they like a target for?
I hope so. If the Bills were,
I kind of made it up in the group chat that I have. I was like, hey, the Bills kind of could use a receiver like that because
good.
they don't need a receiver for that many years. They kind of want to win now, so and Adams is incredible still.
Yeah, so if the Bills were smart, they'd go get him. I doubt it because they're going to try to still probably roll with Coleman. But yeah, if Adams goes to the Bills, I will be jumping with joy.
Yeah, that would be if
I would
you're a
enjoy
Devontae Adams
that.
owner. Yeah, if you're a Devontae Adams owner, you would definitely appreciate going to the Bills or the Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, because this is I'll only one more point with this. Adams is leading a dysfunctional offense, and I feel like going into the Jets is just going to another just bad
True.
offense. I mean, sure he loves Rodgers, but I would go to the guys who are good.
I will say to that point, I'm curious if he has a no trade clause, which he's a megastar, so he probably does. I don't know if you've ever seen the video, but there was an interview that Adams did where he said that Buffalo was his least favorite fan base.
Oh,
Ooh,
Just wait.
So that's something.
not saying that.
No, I think, yeah, I don't think he will care where he goes as long as they're willing to win a championship soon.
Just willing. I think any team is willing.
Well, yeah, I guess able was the
Able,
better word.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's only a handful of teams, and the Bills and the Chiefs are really the only two I can think of that just need a couple more players.
Jets.
Um, yeah, they just need a new coach. So unfortunately, I think they're going to
Jets. Jets. Jets.
Jets,
Jets.
Jets, Jets.
they're a whole coaching staff away from winning. Sorry.
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 Sorry, not sorry.
And oh baby,
Last two
Um,
games here, Monday night.
um, Will Levis is absolutely hilarious to watch play the game of
there's a
football.
new picture every week of Will
I
Levis
never
in the
thought a
air.
quarterback could be so memeable until Will Levis just shows his face again.
He went
And his
so high into
rod.
the ground
Okay.
and shattered his shoulder. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but Mason Rudolph is a great backup to have because he is just fine. He
yeah,
will manage
in
a
real
game.
life, I thought you were talking about like backup in
Absolutely
fantasy. I'm like,
not.
that is not a good backup to
Absolutely
have in
not.
fantasy.
Oh, no, no,
No,
no, no.
in real life, he is pretty decent to have, I would say.
Well, there's a reason
Boys,
why you say that. He was
boys,
Griffin.
Traylon Burks' legacy game.
Yeah, he finally caught a ball. I was so high on
I
him
was
when
like,
he
wait a
first got
minute.
drafted all those years back. I was like, he's gonna be the guy, and then he wasn't the guy.
Do you guys think you could go out there and match his stat line? Do you think he can line up against an NFL defense and go for 13 yards?
No,
No, no. Mm.
Exactly. Traylon
Yes.
Burks' legacy game.
that's crazy.
Griffin, you want to talk about Tony Pollard now?
I mean, what a guy. I mean, he was gonna have such a shite game until that 41-yard run, and then he scored a touchdown in the last like 5 minutes, and I got so happy.
Thank you for censoring yourself.
You're welcome. Um, yeah, just Tony Pollard's cool. Tajay Spears is cool. I mean, they're both not great fantasy starts, but in real life, they're cool to have because you have just two serviceable running backs. Not a lot of teams can flex that.
Are we panicking on Calvin Ridley?
Yes,
Yeah, I think so.
Never had him because I'm
but
a big brain individual.
yeah, thank you. I didn't draft him this
Look,
year
I
either
wouldn't,
because I'm not
yeah,
stupid.
I didn't want to draft him at all. I avoided him a lot
If you're
in drafts.
smart, you would avoid him.
It is cool to see the Dolphins with a Pro Bowl quarterback again.
Yeah, shout out my favorite Pro Bowl quarterback, Tyler Huntley.
I am deathly frightened of the Dolphins offense until Tua comes back. Um, I think because this is also a game I watched the entire game, and it was the single worst offensive performance I have probably seen from an NFL team this season. Um, just got nothing going the entire game. They're splitting carries with their running backs that are all doing okay. HN didn't do anything. They threw the ball more times than they should have because of how bad the throwing was. They should have got a little bit more creative. I mean, it's Tua or nothing because it's not like it was that much better with Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yep,
Tua's out till
pretty
week
much.
8, so you just gotta wait. Hopefully, they can win some games between that time and now, but
You know, it's always curious. It's always interesting to see like a superstar have a couple down weeks in a row. I don't know if you guys operate on the same wavelength as me, but whenever I see that, I immediately am always like buy low, buy low, buy low. Like, let me go get that person. Because there's no way Tyreek consistently has 4 for 23 the rest of the season, even with Tyler Huntley, even with Skylar Thompson. Like this has got to be one of the lowest points for him, right? Like I'm just thinking, like, what do I have to give up for Tyreek after a few weeks in a row of this?
True.
yeah, it depends on how willing the person is to wait. Because once Tua's back, Hill's incredible, but I think until
Yeah.
then, he's a flex, if that. Sorry. The
I agree with
Dolphins,
that, John.
I mean,
I think everyone agrees with that.
Rest in peace, all the guys that got him at like third overall.
Yeah, you know what's funny, which will tie into the next game. I picked Amon-Ra over Hill, and I questioned it at first. I was like, did I make the right call? Yeah, because he absolutely threw a dot to Jared Goff. So yeah, I definitely did make the right call.
That worked out pretty well for you.
Yeah, thank God. I usually am on the other side of that type of luck. But what a game. I mean, 18 for 18 is incredible.
What a completely different game than the other one that was playing that night.
Oh my God.
yeah.
Jared Goff was dynamite. Their entire offense looked incredible. It was
Go
a
Lions.
fun game to watch.
Yeah, I mean, in real life, this game was very, very close. I mean, it's technically close here, but not really that close. But Gino for almost 400 passing yards is definitely a good sight to see.
I would definitely go pick up Gino. He is probably one of the best backup quarterbacks to have. Like in one of my leagues, I have Anthony Richardson. I'm trying to get Gino right now because
Sorry, continue.
I mean, just Gino is just always going to throw the ball. Like he's not going to stop throwing the ball, even though Walker is the greatest goal line back, I guess, to have. But Gino's going to constantly throw the ball.
This is just one of those games I would have loved to watch in person. Like this just would have been such a fun game to be at.
Yeah, great back and forth.
sure.
I mean, it was awesome.
I'm glad that you bring up Kenneth Walker because I think it's finally time to just address the fact that I smoked John 2 weeks in a row.
So let's just say it's very unfortunate because I have Kenneth Walker in one league and I was against him in
back
two
to back.
Oh.
Call me Drake without the kids. Back to back.
Yeah, I can't get my team to do nothing.
You won, John.
Scared me there with A-Chain. We both had running backs playing at the same time, but I guess
I wasn't scared of HN. The Dolphins' offense sucks.
I guess Kenneth Walker's just potentially maybe kind of him.
John, you're like the biggest A-Chain glaze right now, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, two is hurt, so it's over.
That just like that.
It's over.
Just like that.
It's over.
Okay, John, give me A-Chan for free then.
I got people asking for H-Chan, and I'm just like, well, I'm 4-0 in this league. I could just wait till Tua gets back, but until then, he's literally gonna play with his eyes closed and his feet tied together.
Well, I mean, you're kind of what? Who else do you have? Brian Robinson to start.
Brian
That's
Robinson
it.
and Kenneth Walker.
Oh, I guess you have Kenneth
That's
Walker.
a great
Okay.
backfield. That's a great backfield.
Yeah.
It just continues to amaze me how
Yeah.
It continues to amaze me how just relevant both running backs in the Lions backfield are, just fantasy wise.
Yes.
It's just crazy.
I love David.
Yeah, love David, love Jameer. They're great. I mean, that whole offense was cooking.
It just feels like you couldn't have gone wrong starting a Lion this week.
No, not at all.
DK Metcalf had a great game.
Oh my God. You know, podcast first, I just got a trade proposal.
From who?
Podcast.
Alec. Oh, well, I don't know if we should say his name.
Live, you got a trade proposal.
Is it Alex?
It is.
Alex.
It's Amon-Ra St. Brown, so I'm trading him away for DJ Moore and Jalen Reed.
Amon-Ra for DJ Moore and Jaden Reed.
And you know what?
Are you hurting for a wide receiver?
No.
No?
No.
So you're not doing it.
Correct.
If I'm hurting at wide receiver, like Amon-Ra's my only guy, dude, I'm smashing.
I have McLaurin and I have Olave.
Well, yeah, if you're comfortable with the position, no, hell no, like keep Amon-Ra. But I know a couple people who are
he should
real thin at wide receiver, and that's 2 ones from different offenses. Like I still like DJ Moore. I don't care how loaded that offense is. And then Jaden Reed, we already discussed, he's the guy. So
he should have gone to a guy with who needs more receivers.
I mean, I'm good. I also have stinky Jerry Jeudy on my bench. I freaking hate Jerry Judy.
Hey, Jerry Judy has had a quietly
You drafted Jerry Judy, bro.
But boys, do we want to get to the next week?
Yeah, let's get to the next
Yes.
week already.
For sure.
I shout out Cam for keeping track. I bet my average is just continuing to go
mine
through.
definitely went through the shitter. Oh my God. I think I guessed like
I gotta stop picking the Cardinals. That's what I gotta do.
No more especially not this week against the 49ers.
Hey, the Cardinals were favored last week and we got destroyed. So
I'm curious to see what I said. I don't know who I went with actually.
I think we all picked the Cardinals over the Commanders. All of us.
Damn, go commies. Go commies.
Okay, anyways, Bucks Falcons. Let's begin.
Yeah, let's begin this one. Honestly, it's probably gonna be a close game.
Where is
but
it
give me
at?
the Bucks.
It's in Georgia. Okay.
ATL, what it do for you?
Give me Bucks. I'm a Mayfield boy.
I've always been a Mayfield boy.
He's on my bench, and I've him and Stroud, but I'll be starting Stroud probably. But
You know what?
You're not going against Baker. Come on.
Prime time.
bro, you're going against Baker.
I think the tides have changed. This is going to be a 2-touchdown night for Kyle Pitts. Give me the Atlanta Falcons.
What? Do you know how much I would love that? It's just very hard because you don't know what Bucks are going to show up. Is it going to be the Bronco Bucks or is it going to be every other week Bucks?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to go as much as I love the offensive pieces and even they're home. I got to go Bucks.
Well, let's go Bucks.
Just wait for Kirk Cousins. You like that?
I
Go
own
Bucks.
in Dynasty League. I own way too many Falcons, so if they win, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay, 49ers easily. Bro.
Unfortunately, the Cardinals might go 1-4 here.
I gotta go Niners.
Yeah, give me the Niners.
John's trying to pick the Cardinals so bad.
I do want to go the Cardinals so bad, but I can't. I'm gonna pick the Niners. I'm gonna pick the Niners. Yeah. Jets, Vikings.
Sam Darnold revenge game.
Give me the Vikings.
Yeah,
baby.
Vikings 4-0. They got this.
Oh, it's in London.
It's the Jets.
6:30 in the morning.
Are you gonna watch that one, John?
Always.
Really?
Oh yeah, I always watch the.
Hey, John's a real sports guy. He wakes up for the games.
Yeah, give me the Jets. Yeah.
What?
I respect that decision.
Their defense is too. Give me the Vikings. Their defense is too good.
Kevin O'Connell is just cooking. Brian Flores is just cooking. I gotta go with the Vikings.
John, what makes you say the Jets?
I think this is Garrett Wilson's big breakout game. I think he's gonna expose one of their corners, and I think the Jets are just gonna be able to get out of this with a win finally. And the Vikings, just 5-0 would be insane, but I think this is where they just fall short.
No, but it's okay.
Ooh,
Bears, Panthers.
Panthers.
It's funny. You're playing this team. The Bears are coming into this game. They traded they got so many pieces from the Panthers. They fleeced the Panthers. If the Bears don't win by at least 2 touchdowns, I'll be shocked.
Man, this is a big storyline game.
I'll be shocked if Caleb Williams doesn't go off in this game.
I'm picking the Panthers.
This guy
I think honestly, I think the Panthers are probably going to poop on the Bears.
That's crazy.
I don't think it's strong either way for me, to be honest.
Just for fun storyline's sake, they should just start Bryce.
They should.
Can you imagine they start Bryce and then Bryce slaughters them?
All right, they start Bryce. My pick changes.
That would validate the trade immediately, right? Right?
Yeah, right.
I actually don't know what team I'm gonna pick.
The Panthers.
I'm going Bears. Easy.
Bears. I picked the Panthers. If you watch Caleb Williams play football, you'd know.
Clearly, you didn't see the touchdown to DJ Moore then.
Clearly.
That's the only thing we're focusing on right now.
You're saying that
One DJ
Caleb
Moore
Williams
touchdown.
is ass,
Moore
but
had like the middest game of all time and caught one little touchdown.
you're focused on the fantasy stats alone. You got
I'm
to
focused
look
on
at
being a good
the
football team.
freaking dot that he threw. Oh my God.
Oh my
Right
goodness.
in his hands.
It's like
Oh my
watching a
goodness.
kicker kick a long field goal in practice. Whatever.
I'll go Bears still though.
Yeah,
I
I
love the
think
Bears.
Oh, I can't
I
wait to be
I
one.
love the Bears defense too much to go with the Panthers.
I like the Panthers quarterback way too much.
yeah, just said no one ever.
Okay, Ravens next.
I
Ah,
don't think it's that easy to call because Joe Burrow has slaughtered the Ravens on a couple of occasions. So it's not an easy pick.
The Ravens have also slaughtered Joe Burrow on a couple of
Yeah,
occasions.
so like it can go either way. I think it
No, probably not, but I'm just being annoying. No, I understand.
nothing new there, unfortunately.
Fuck you.
Um give me the Bengals in an upset.
No. Nope, not gonna happen.
yeah. Give me the Bengals because they're the better football team.
Joe
No,
Shiesty mains in center row.
I am picking the Bengals. T. Higgins legacy game. Stay tuned.
T.
Give
Higgins
me the
legacy
Ravens.
again. You're
Give me
still
give me the
you're,
Ravens.
you're still high on T. Higgins?
What do you mean still high? Yeah, he's always been good.
Still high.
Jeez, Louis.
Give me
Has
the Ravens.
He's
has
good,
one
but
mid-game after returning from a hamstring injury, and he sucks now. Okay.
he's already had a mid game this year.
Yeah, because he came back from a hamstring injury. Relax.
He's had two mid games.
You and T. Higgins have this beef.
T.
I don't know
Yeah, the T
what's
Higgins
going
beef is
on.
real, dude. Holy.
Higgins.
Uh,
He's all right.
And the Patriots.
Oh, now this
That's a
this should
stinker.
be a interesting game to
This one should not
watch.
be broadcasted.
Give me. I don't even want to pick either team.
Give me
Fuck, I don't even know. They both suck.
Patriots.
really first
I'm picking
time.
the Patriots. I don't think the Dolphins' offense is good enough to beat the Patriots' defense. I literally don't.
I guess the
I
first
don't.
time we're betting on Boston.
I know.
Yeah. Give me the Patriots.
Give me the Dolphins.
I'm gonna bet on Boston as well. I'm going
Yo,
Pats.
B.O.B. baby.
Going
Uh,
Pats and Foxborough.
Browns, Commanders. Commanders by 20.
Oh yeah, baby. We are in full Commander season now. Go Jaden Daniels.
Go Jaden.
Yeah, I
I'm-
mean
I'm
that
a Jaden
game.
Daniels stan.
Jaden Daniels is gonna cook.
I still have to acknowledge that the secondary is burnt toast, but I'm going commies.
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
if Jaden Daniels can put up 42 points every single game. So
Give me Commanders, of course.
yeah.
Colts,
shouldn't be close.
Jags.
If Flacco plays, give me the Colts.
This is actually a very tough guess.
And I
It's
think Flacco's gonna play, so give me the Colts.
Yeah, definitely Flacco's playing. Give me Colts as well.
The Jaguars secondary is straight buns.
No, but
So
the
Brian
Colts aren't
Thomas,
very good.
no, not Brian Thomas.
Um,
Michael Pittman's gonna cook.
We don't know if JT's playing this week, right?
Doesn't matter.
He
The
probably-
Jaguars.
I'm gonna pick
go Jags.
Jacksonville. I'm gonna think
I'm gonna go
Jacksonville is
Jags.
gonna win their first game.
I do too.
Okay.
Going
Yeah.
Jags.
Sorry, guys.
All right.
This is a hard game to predict for me.
For who?
For the Bills and the Texans, the next game. It's hard because I'm gonna have to pick the Texans
Yeah.
Why are you
Bro.
gonna have to pick the Texans?
because I just love the Texans offense so
Texans
much.
are
And,
fire.
by the way, Von Miller just got suspended 4 games, so that's another loss to the defense.
Hmm.
So yeah, give me the Texans, especially if Mixon plays. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'll do the Texans. They're in Houston, and
yeah.
Stroud is him.
Strauss him.
I'm going Houston.
Houston.
I'm going Houston.
Another garbage game, bro.
Raiders and Broncos. Broncos, I guess.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
give me the Broncos.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Well, I don't know. Nick's 60 yards.
Crazy how confident just give me the Broncos is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Nick's
because
played horrible
Surtain's
last
gonna
week.
destroy Myers.
Yeah, but
Trey
they have
Tucker.
Bowers and Tucker and
Yeah,
And-
that's if Gardner Minshew gets the ball
you
out.
know what,
A decent throw.
dude? Give me the Raiders. Bo Nix is way too bad. 60
Disagree on that
passing
part.
yards.
Disagree on that
60
part.
yards is inexcusable.
It's against the Jets D.
Yeah.
And in the rain.
Oh,
against
whatever.
Sauce.
Oh, whatever. Sauce can't cover 9 guys at one time.
Yeah, but behind Cortland Sutton, who do they have?
Oh, figure it out.
With that said, I'm going Raiders.
60. Yeah, Raiders. No.
Give me Raiders.
I don't care.
Okay.
Give me
I like that pick.
give me Raiders.
Go Raiders.
That's a great pick. That's a great pick.
Packers, Rams, Packers.
Yeah.
Rams stink. Packers.
Yeah, they're just
Josh
like,
Jacobs might break out in this game.
I feel like they don't stink that bad. But I'm
well,
going
they're
Packers.
just too injured. I mean, yeah, if it's Rams health,
I mean, we could see Josh Jacobs do well here. It's the Rams, finally.
he will.
Okay.
If they have one strength on their defense, it's their front. So I don't know.
DeAndre Swift just cooked the shit out of the Rams. Give me the over on Josh Jacobs' yards. Easy.
Is that your lock? We'll get there.
No.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll
It
get
is.
there.
It is not my lock.
Giants,
I'm
Seahawks.
going Packers.
Perfect. Good pick.
I'm also going Seahawks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
thinking
going to
Seattle.
Seahawks for
Seattle
sure.
is so far and away the better team in this game.
It's also in Seattle.
Seahawks, yeah. In
Yeah.
Seattle.
Yeah, game over.
Neighbors is going to have a good game. Again.
Oh, Steelers versus Cowboys.
His neighbors playing.
Well, let's hope he does.
I would imagine he will because he doesn't have a history of concussions, but again, we haven't heard anything.
Wait,
but
I have
just
no
think
idea
that's
how
just-
severe it is. Let me
I
look
just think
on
it's the
this
Giants
paper.
poor reporting more than it is any telling information. Yeah, we'll find out probably tomorrow and should be all right, knock on wood. Cowboys Steelers. Well, the Cowboys last week looked mediocre. Even though they won, it was whatever.
Give me the Steelers.
But
You got faith in Fields?
I do.
I don't have faith in Fields every single week.
I'm starting to have faith in Fields every single week. Give me the Steelers.
Give me the Steelers. Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence cooked,
Yeah. And that's already a bad defense.
which on paper it should have been good. It was so disappointing. Yeah. I mean, not that the Steelers backfield is any good, so it's not like they need a front.
Mhm.
But I think the Steelers win that game. Truly.
Give
I do too.
give me Dallas on Sunday Night Football.
Steelers.
Dak is built for prime time. Sorry.
Last
Saints
game.
and the
Give me
Chiefs.
the Chiefs by 14.
By 14.
Dang.
I have zero faith
Well, who
in
are
the
they
Saints.
throwing to? Kelsey and what? Sky Moore?
I don't care. It's in
Xavier-
Kansas City. It's
Xavier
Monday
Worthy.
night.
I
Xavier
mean,
Worthy, Justin Watson.
Yeah, there's other guys on the Chiefs.
also, this is
Well,
the
Watson
first
didn't do this as a
first
person.
week of buys, by the way.
It's true.
Who are the buys? I know Chargers.
Lions, Titans, Eagles, and Chargers.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So,
that being said, give me the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So
Going Chiefs.
Yeah,
shouldn't be
Chiefs.
it shouldn't be a tough decision.
Mahomes,
In Arrowhead.
Mahomes has got to put up a good fantasy performance, bro.
he won't.
Okay.
He won't, but
Anyways,
it's all right. It's all
I
right.
think he's in real life he's going to do enough to win the game. That's just what
I
he's
didn't even
about.
realize it said bye week teams on there, and they did.
Yeah, I didn't want to call that out, but I just figured you just didn't see it.
Well, you kind of just did call it out, so
Well, you called yourself out.
All right, locks. of
yeah.
the week.
Well,
All right, yeah, we gotta think of some locks here.
um,
Who wants to go first? I know you guys are probably still thinking.
John does.
Yeah, John's definitely probably already
Uh,
has his lock.
Am I locking in a team to win or like a player to do well?
It
Either
could be
or.
it could be a team, it could be a player to do something, could be a player to not do anything.
Yeah, it's true.
Um,
Can be whatever you
yeah,
want, John.
I have a good lock.
All right, let's hear it. What's your
T.
lock?
Higgins scores his first touchdown of the season.
All right.
Okay. Um, hmm.
Sorry.
Time to look at my fantasy teams for some inspiration.
For inspiration. My
Um,
lock is going to be actually really similar to John's. I'm going to go Brandon Ayuk finds his first touchdown.
yeah,
Okay.
I could see that. Cardinals defense is really good.
Yeah, it's great.
Mm,
Great defense.
I have a random side note.
what's that?
Trade offer that I've received.
Is it from the same person I got one from?
No. It's
Oh.
Rashad White and Brandon Ayuk for Devon Achan.
I know exactly
Oh,
who
okay.
sent
Yeah.
that.
Fears we know who that is.
Oh my God.
So John's taking it.
John, you should take that trade.
The problem is Rashad White is so bad.
That's fair too, though. I feel like you can afford to wait for. I feel yeah, you're 4-0. I feel like you don't have to trade.
You obviously don't have to trade at all,
I
but
don't,
Yeah.
I don't gotta do nothing. No. And just to
Yeah.
set the record straight, I didn't receive the trade. I actually made this trade
okay.
myself. Because
Interesting.
he had texted me this morning that he wanted Achan, and I literally could not make a trade that I liked. So,
Been
because
there.
yeah, I tried doing it for Ayuk and Deontay Johnson, and even that I didn't love because then my running backs would be so slim and I would have more receivers than I can start. So
Yeah, you don't
True.
you already have a lot of receivers, don't you?
yeah, and I'm waiting for Puka to come back probably week 9, but still, I'll be looking
Yeah,
pretty good week 9 because Puka will be back hopefully, and Tua will be playing football. Stay tuned.
definitely stay tuned. I think mm, hmm, I think here.
You guys have your locks?
Um,
Thinking.
you know what I do, and it's going to be a player base, and it's going to be a first touchdown base. Give me George Pickens' first touchdown of the season.
Yeah.
He hasn't scored yet. I didn't even know
No,
that.
Nope.
No,
He's
no,
simply not good.
4 weeks in, they haven't
I
given
want
him.
Pickens to do
the Pickens
something.
hate is crazy, Hunter.
Jake, he's good. He's good. I'm just yanking your chain.
He's good on any other
Okay,
offense.
Austin Eckler getting his second touchdown if he plays.
Okay, so what if he doesn't play?
Okay, if he doesn't
Because
play,
it is only Tuesday.
I know, I just said that to be funny. Let's see.
He better play because Jaden
I,
McNichols is a
look, I need him to play for sure. Wandale Robinson touchdown.
I like that.
I love
I like
Wandale.
that. I do like that. They will be playing from behind, guaranteed. So he's gonna go crazy.
yeah. As soon as that first ball is snapped, they're going to be down. So
Real. But what a great episode this was. Always a great episode. Yeah,
It was good.
we'll see what week 5 brings us. First bye weeks for everyone.
That's right. Less players to start, so
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
prepared.
you know what? Let's do another quick segment what is the waiver target that you guys would recommend?
Okay, well, there's definitely a few,
In let's do
but you
one
want
position
okay.
and let's do running backs.
oh,
Um,
my ad of the week was a tight end, but okay.
yeah,
My
my ad of the
he was
week,
a wide receiver.
mine was also
I figured nobody
Wide
really
receiver.
had a running back. That's why
I
I
was
said
going to say Tucker Kraft.
for
For
running back,
I was gonna say Trey Tucker.
yeah, Trey Tucker for sure. I don't know about Trey Sermon.
I mean, that could just be a handcuff move.
Yeah, I would
because
consider that.
mine is gonna be Antonio Gibson.
Oh, is he on the waiver for
Really?
you?
It will be.
Gibson.
I think you can't ignore Gibson's receiving value that he brings to the team because the Patriots are so mid, man. And I think him and Stevenson will probably do well against the Dolphins. So I think Gibson's a good ad if you don't have him.
I'm gonna break the rules and not go running back because that sucks because the running backs are cooked.
That's fine.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Trey Tucker with the Raiders.
That's a great pick.
Just Devontae talks, and he already had an elevated position last week. So
Uh,
they're
I'll
raving
go
about him in the offseason. I'm going Trey Tucker. I'm locking that in. That's my
go
waiver at.
Trey Sermon. I have JT and
John,
he's
are you
looking
picking
nice.
Tucker Craft?
Absolutely.
Okay, fair enough. That's a great ad. I know Hunter was praising him a couple weeks ago, and he's probably still is
I
because
would
tight
even
ends stick.
I mean, yeah, Hunter also brought up Colby Parkinson. I would go for him too. Good.
If you want a cool little 7 points potentially.
Hey, 7 points is 7 points, baby.
That's 7 more points than Kyle Pitts.
We don't sneeze at that, especially during this tight end economy.
Oh yeah, here's another lock. Kyle Pitts might get a catch. Might.
Woo!
Keyword might.
Yeah. Oh, what a
But
mess.
yeah, what an episode. Yeah, a great episode.
I
Per
agree.
usual.
It's been a pleasure as always.
Always.
Back
Should
again.
people get Dontavian Wicks?
Yes,
If you have a spot, I wouldn't invest a lot in him.
because it could be everyone. I mean, that receiver room is weird besides Reed, but if Watson's out with a very bad high ankle sprain, I would consider picking him up.
If you have a spot, I mean, because Kraft's gonna take receptions, and then Reed is clearly the one. So there's not a whole lot of room for other guys to be productive. But if you are in a desperate spot, you can
Yeah,
throw the dart and hope it's a bullseye.
that's right. You gotta throw the
Amen.
dart when you're desperate on anything.
We always throwing bullseyes out here.
Okay.
Well, we will be back next week. Thursday, got the Bucks and Falcons to kick off week 5.
Are we having
Absolutely.
a special guest next week?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned,
Oh,
potentially.
I like
Or
that.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Thank you,
Oh,
boys and
Thank
women.
you.
I'm tuned.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Absolutely. Stay beautiful as always. All of our viewers.
Later.
See ya.